Right, good morning guys, what's up? I hope you're all well. So today I'm going to be doing a full day of eating video, just give you an understanding of where I am in regards to my training and what I will be eating during that period. So I'm just about to come off the back end of a maintenance period, or what I like to call a relaxation period. So I'm just about to turn things up for the off season again. So from September through to December, I'm going to try and have one last push to put some size on. Hey, be quiet, be quiet. And then prep starts again in January. So I've got 3 months, try and put a bit more size on. So I'm about 98 kilos at the moment. I want to try and push that to just over 100. So again, I'm trying to keep my body fat fairly lowish because I don't want to get too fat, because it just makes dieting a lot harder. So for breakfast, I've got the usual shake that I make. So it's got 50 grams of protein in it. It's got 150 grams of the probiotic yogurt and 100 grams of fruit. Then I'm also going to have that with 3 of these Otabix. So it's about 15 grams of carbs per biscuit. So in total it's about, about 55, 60 grams of carbs, 50 grams of protein and very little fat. And it's just me and this little one today because the girls aren't here. So it's boys club. So I don't know what to do yet. But as you can see, he's very aggy so far. Right, I'm gonna eat some breakfast, so I'll see you in a bit. So straight from breakfast, I headed over to the gym, and the first exercise was deadlifts. So I was just working on triples today, so I was basically just working on my 3 rep max. And I did around 5 to 6 warm-up sets before I moved on to my 2 actual working sets. So this one was my final working set. So I moved up to around 220 kilos, which is around 5 plates. And as you can see, after each exercise, I stopped at the bottom, released the grip, and then pulled straight from the floor just to take the bounce out of the movement. Normally, I always use wrist wraps as well. I'm trying to improve my grip strength at the moment, so I didn't wear wraps, so my strength wasn't quite as good as it usually is. So after deadlifts, I then moved on to shoulders. So the first exercise for shoulders was a seated military press on the Smith machine. But as you can see, it was more of a rest pause exercise. So as I came down to the bottom, I paused and then pressed straight up. I quite like doing these because it really just forces power through the front of the deltoids, and it restricts that range of motion. So if I come further down, I start using my rhomboids. I've got a bit of an injury in my rhomboid at the moment, so I just wanted to work the shoulders. And I've been doing this exercise now for a couple of months, and it's really good. I definitely prefer it because it's a little bit more strict to using the Smith machine, and it is just pure delt, so give it a go. So the second exercise for delts is a side lateral raise. So I never like to go too heavy when doing side lateral raises. I like to keep the pressure on the middle of the delt. I'm trying to work on that width for my V-taper. I find if I go any heavier, I just feel it a lot in my traps, and I also get a bit of a pain in my forearms as well. So I keep the weight fairly light. The reps pretty high, and I find I get a really good burn in my delts. I did 4 sets of this, aiming for around 15 to 20 reps. Last exercise was biceps. So I did 4 sets of seated bicep curls, and I was working again to around 15 to 20 reps. I'm trying to focus on working biceps around 2 to 3 times a week at the moment because I'm determined to make the stubborn bastards grow. So it's a bit of a random workout today, but really enjoyed it. It's good just to mix things up and not do your typical bro split. So give it a go. Let me know what you think. Right guys, so that is the gym finished. So we've just got into Bristol. Just been sat in a car park for about half an hour because this little dude decided to have a nap. So I'm gonna head in, get some food. Don't know what I fancy yet. He's hungry, and then we're going to do some food shopping, ready for some food prep for next week. We decided to get ourselves a cheeky little Nando's. Okay, so we've just got back home after doing a spot of shopping. So it's about 2:30, so I'm going to eat a little meal shortly. But before that, let me show you what I got and what my meal prep is going to be like for this week. So for my protein sources, I got there's about 2 kilos of chicken breast there. I've also got 8 of the quarter-pounder beef burgers, and then I got a couple of these steaks, and these ones come with some garlic butter. So I'm trying to have a bit of variety in regards to my protein sources, because I cannot face eating chicken and rice anymore. So I'm gonna have 1 chicken meal every day, 1 burger meal every day, 1 steak meal every day. So that'll be 3 of my 5 meals that I'll be going into next week. So for my carbs, I've just got some rice cakes, bananas. I've got some of these pita breads, so rather than having chicken and rice, I'm gonna have some chicken pittas, and I'll also have a couple of rice cakes with that meal. Bread, yes, I eat bread. I'm being super lazy. These are for today, so the Uncle Ben's Mexican rice. I do not approve of buying these because they're expensive. I usually cook my own, but I'm being lazy today. Then I've just got some sugar-free jam, peanut butter. I bought some of this American chipotle mayo for my wraps. Mango sorbet, post-workout, Scott Stevens approved. Some yogurt for my smoothies in the morning. Some of these, I usually have one of these just before bed with a protein shake, milk, and chips. I do like chips, so I keep them in my diet, and some healthy green stuff as well. So that won't last me a whole week. That's probably around 4 days worth of food. Oh my god, it's so difficult trying to vlog with a bloody 1-year-old screaming in the background. So normally I go to Aldi, but Aldi's a bit out of the way, so I went to Sainsbury's today. And all of that came up to like 60 quid, and that's not including all my meals. So Sainsbury's is very expensive. So normally meat is a little bit cheaper from Aldi. But because I was being lazy today, I thought I'd go to Sainsbury's. Right, meal time for him. I'll see you in a bit. Right, so the boy is finally asleep. Time's took into another meal. So whilst I was getting the boy to bed, I had a grenade carb killer bar with 2 of those rice cakes that I got from Sainsbury's earlier. So this is a random meal that I really like. I don't eat it often. It's a little bit dirty, but I'm trying to get the calories in, so it's okay. So it's basically chips, cheese, and tuna. Don't know why I like it so much, but if you put all 3 together, try it, let me know. It's really good. So I'm gonna quickly eat this because I'm starving, then I'll be back in a second to talk about something. Right, so whilst I am tucking into my mango sorbet, I thought I would just talk some shit to the camera for a few minutes and basically talk about the discussion that everybody's talking about at the moment, because there's been 2 deaths in the industry last week. Firstly, Dallas McCarver, and second, Rich Piana. So I actually met Dallas at the Body Power in May. He's probably one of the only people I actually wanted to meet at the Body Power this year. And to be fair, from what, you know, I saw of him and spoke to him, he seemed like a really good, down-to-earth guy. Never been a fan of Rich Piana, never really liked his physique. Always respected him for a businessman and what he did, but other than that, I wasn't a massive fan of his. But it's still 2 losses, so condolences to all their friends and family. So everyone's been given their thoughts and opinions on how they died, so on and so forth. And to be truthful, you know, the chances are, you know, we're probably never going to find out, because nobody's ever going to come out and say the real reasons why. And a lot of people are on the internet speculating at the moment, and I'm not going to speculate on how they died, because it's nothing to do with me, and you know, it's just an opinion, so who cares about someone's opinion. However, I am going to give you my opinion on the direction of the way I think the sport's now going to go. So the 2 people that passed away were absolute mass monsters, and they pushed their body past what your body should be able to achieve. And I'm wondering now, especially it's going to be interesting at Olympia this year, what sort of physiques they reward. Because at the end of the day, the people that are placing high in the Mr. Olympia, they're the ones with big sponsorship deals. And that's the people like me are aspiring to look like. So I don't personally think that the big mass monsters such as Rayming Ruli Winkler, or any of the guys that just really big, massive freaks are going to be rewarded high this year. I think, you know, they're going to place Dexter Jackson probably in second. Roden will be there in third. And I think the people with more aesthetically pleasing physiques, the smaller waist and the more achievable look, although none of those physiques are going to be achievable for me. I'm realistic, I know that. But that's just my opinion on the way the sport's going, because, you know, people like myself are trying to aspire to look like those guys. Whether we will or we won't is you know, two different stories. But to think that that is the way we need to go, and if you want to place in the Olympia, you need to be, you know, 300 plus pounds shredded on stage. You're going to do things to your body that it's not designed to do. And to be able to carry that much weight, especially at such a young age, people are just pushing it too fucking fast. No one wants to wait, everyone wants overnight results. All you need to do is just search YouTube now for fucking 30-second ab or 2-minute abs, and you'll find that those views have got fucking millions. Whereas if you just go on there and write 10-year ab, it'd have fucking 0 views, because no one's interested in putting in the work. And realistically in bodybuilding, that's what you've got to do. So that's my 50p on it. That's it. Right, I'm going to check out now, because I need to try and get this video uploaded, so I'm going to try and get it on tonight. Probably going to eat another 1 or 2 meals tonight. I'm a bit light on the scales now, so I need to start pushing it, okay? So click subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Give it a thumbs up. And until next time, peace.